Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be here today in this 5-ish minute series that we're doing about the experiences of S&D ambassadors. And we're real heavy on the ish now. The 5 minutes is sort of like fallen out, but we won't take a whole lot of your time. But I'm so happy to be just talking today with one of my dearest and favorite people on this planet, and it's Dee Dee Hides. And gosh, I just love Dee Dee. So I think everybody does.
Thank you.
I just think you have so many. I think you're one of the smartest people on this planet, and I just would love for you to share your Stella and Dot experience. So I think we're just going to dig into these 5 questions, and we'll just see where this takes us.
Okay,
I know we could talk for like hours here, but we're going to keep it short for everyone watching. We could have our own. Maybe we could have our own show after this.
Maybe, or a podcast.
I know. Yes. Oh, we got to put that on a list. So, okay. So I'm going to go like I do with everyone. Let's start with the basics. Like, tell me about your life. Like, just set the scene for everybody. Paint your picture of your life.
Okay, so my name is Dee Dee Hides. I am a leader with Stella and Dot. I live in Austin, Texas. I am not married. I have no kids. I have no pets. So my life is, pretty amazing. I'm not saying that those things aren't amazing, but right now it's just me and living the single life, and that's all.
That's not all. You have such a. I love seeing you do so many fun things with friends, and seeing you just have a joyous life is what I like the lens that I see your life through. So, okay, so like, give us the scoop on how long you've been with Stella and Dot. What was like that? I got to do this moment for you. Like, tell us your history of maybe if you were thinking about it, how you found it, and then just what that looked like for you.
Okay, so I've always loved jewelry and accessories, always. And I remember one time I went to a ranch weekend with some friends, and they had just gone to a Stella and Dot party, and I was like, they had a catalog, and I loved everything. Such a funny story here, because I got on the website and connected with you, and that was probably, like 9 years ago. I was busy. You contacted me about doing a show, and I blew you off. And then a year later, I got invited to a party, and I went. I, of course, left with like a couple pairs of earrings, a necklace, and then I fell in love with a statement necklace, and I decided not to purchase it that night, but to have my own party. So I did that about 2 months later. This was almost 8 years ago, or gosh, longer than that. So I had the party. And then the stylist at the time was like, you need to do this. And I was like, absolutely not. No way, but I'll host again for you in the fall. And when she contacted me that fall, I just decided to sign up. I kind of did it for the free jewelry, but I thought really I had nothing to lose. And that's my story. So in October, it will be 8 years.
Is it 8? I want to actually say, I think it was, because I've been here 12 years. I think your name came across my inbox within my first year. Like it was pretty soon after I started. So it was like almost 12 years ago, maybe, or somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was like in May 2009, because I was moving from Austin back to Houston. And that is why I was like, I can't do a show, but I wish I did back then.
And I'm not going to hold it against you that you never called me back, but but here we are. So it's like, it's all under the rug now. It's no big deal. We're like, we were meant to be together here. So, okay. I love that. And actually, while we're on that topic, like when you started this, you had a full-time job. Like set that scene. Cause I know there's so many people who are like, can I do this with a full-time job? Can I not? Like, what was that?
Yes. So before Stella and Dot, I was in wine sales. I worked 6 days a week. I was super busy. So when the stylist who did my first party said, you should do this, I was like, absolutely not. I work 6 days a week. Plus I'm not set out to be the jewelry girl. Like I just want it for free and thought it was fun. Loved having girlfriends over to like have wine and, do some shopping together. So I was really busy and just didn't think I had time for it. And honestly, like, I didn't really look at it as an opportunity to make money. I just saw it like as a way to get free jewelry. So when I decided to give it a go, it was all about getting free product all the time. And it was just going to be something on the side for me on top of my full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's something that so many people come up against in their minds when they're thinking about this. It's, just try it. Like, it could be just fun. And then maybe the income comes later, or maybe maybe it's still just a fun side hustle or whatever it may be. So, okay. So what surprised you the most? Like, you're a stylist or an ambassador now. I've said this a million times. I'm so in my stylist brain, but what did you find as in your experience that you didn't necessarily expect to find when you became a part of Stella and Dot?
That's a hard one. I think kind of just what I said. I never thought it could be something full-time for me. Maybe it was for you, maybe it was for other people, but I didn't really think that like that was for me. And I got to a place where I had some like really big things going on in my life. And one day I had to walk away from my full-time job. I was the girl who just had to say, I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice and I'm quitting today. And luckily I had Stella and Dot to fall back on. But yeah, I guess that it just could be so much more than free jewelry, so much more than the jewelry.
Yes. And again, I've said it, I think, through every one of these, I feel like I'm talking to friends, but interviews, if we want to call it that. It's that, everybody, myself included, you start for the jewelry and then you don't realize that you could make this into something that could be like, this really is my job. Like, pinch me for that. Or that, you make so many friends too. Like, that's a whole other thing that we can talk hours on that too. So, okay. So what is it about the income you've earned? This is kind of probably a decent transition because I probably could predict your answer, but the income that you've earned with Stella Dot, what has that done for you in your life? What does that mean to you?
Honestly, it means everything. This is such a hard question for me to answer. I feel like so many people, that so many other ambassadors, stylists will say, I took my kids to Disney. I bought this, I did this. And my answer is not anything like that. So, I when I think about like the income I've earned, what it's done everything. Like, it's allowed me to just be this single loving life girl who doesn't really say no. Like, I work from home. I get to go meet my friends for lunch or workout class. I take all the trips. I go on at least one girls trip with, all my high school girlfriends every year. I come from a place of yes, and that's because of Stella and Dot. So that's what it's given me.
I love the place of yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, different for everybody. And I love that, like, yes for you is like your life, your whole lifestyle. It's not just one thing. So, okay. Now this one could be probably the hardest hitting question. What is your favorite piece or go-to product? And you may choose more than one.
Oh my goodness.
I know. It's the hardest one.
What I love so much is after 8 years, my favorite changes. Like, I fall in love with pieces over and over again. And then new stuff's always coming out. Right now, one of my favorites would definitely be this vintage coin bracelet. I never take it off. These little hoops I'm wearing, Madison, always a favorite. I'm loving the skincare. All of it. I don't even know if I could pick a favorite in that. Probably the quench. It's changed my skin. So, I mean, honestly, I love it all. And I always have a new favorite piece every season. So, like, that's what keeps it fun and exciting for me. Yeah.
Totally. Okay. Last thoughts. The question part is over, but if there's, any like advice or something you've learned or a tip. It could be about really anything. It could be about life. It could be just anything that you may have discovered through your experience here, or just something that has helped you through your experience here. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like a very open-ended, let's close this out. Yeah.
Okay, so this is another hard one, but I think I would say you just asked me my favorite piece. Options are endless, but my favorite part of the business, I think, in the last 8 years has just been helping other women. And so I would say that advice I have is just like, you have nothing to lose, go for it. I've watched this business, and like, that's why it's my favorite part, helping women, because I've watched this business change people's lives, whether it's like that stay-at-home mom who just had a baby who hasn't put makeup on in 8 months and like puts on a necklace and feels like she wants to get dressed up for date night again. Like, I've watched it change people's personalities. I've watched girls on my team save up for like in vitro or adoption, just really important things in life. So I just love what this business gives to everyone, whether it's living life as a single girl or taking your kids to Disneyland or whatever that does for you. So I just love the opportunity in general. And my advice would be, why not? Like, just go for it.
I agree. Be the yes person to yourself.
Be the yes person to yourself. Like, come from a place of yes. And that's so true. Maybe you do this for $500 extra money a month. So you say yes to the girls' night dinners, or to the pair of shoes, or to when your kid wants to go to the amusement park, or like whatever it is, the little extra things, ballet lessons. You can always come from a place of yes. Because what I've also learned in this opportunity is, whatever your goal is, whatever you need to make of this, you can do with like a plan in place. So the sky's the limit, and it really is flexible income and your way. So yeah.
Well, I'm inspired now. I'm ready to conquer my world over here, thanks to you. So, and go say yes to everything. So, all right. Oh, we could sit here forever, but maybe we will after this. But I want to thank you for taking the time to be on the interwebs together for this conversation. This is really fun. And I'm so glad that I got to spotlight you, because you are such a shining light and star in my life and in the lives of so many more people beyond our team and just in this world. So
thank you. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.